Go to the water.
On this episode, we decide to help out a friend and install new stereo speakers in their truck. We're still working on the Avalanche. It's coming along, but we're also battling the cold, which of course, I don't like. So, for starters, we're going to take you to show you a little warmer climate on a quick trip where we got to play in the ocean, spend some time on the beach, and just have a wonderful time as a family. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video.
We're a little over 200 miles on our trip, somewhere in the middle of Oklahoma. Weather's still pretty cloudy. It says it's 68 degrees outside, but literally 10 minutes ago it was 60, so we'll take it. there's our hotel, and right in front of you
Is the beach.
is the ocean. Do you see the waves? Look at the waves. You finally brought your son to the ocean. How's it make you feel?
Sand is inside.
He's having fun. Yeah, I know.
Hey Eli, what do you think of the ocean?
Like,
What part?
the waves like come.
Look at all those waves. First time in the ocean. Go to the water. There you go. Here it comes. Get in it.
Really cold.
What do you think?
Cold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
a shirt back there that says Dr. Bear. I thought about you whenever I saw it. We could each get a 12-piece. See if they have a 12-piece meal.
Well, I'm sure we could get it with fries regardless. Do you want 12 or do you want 30?
I want 30.
Yeah, you want 30 alone or you want to share 30?
I'll share 30.
Okay, but I want a big fry.
So get a 30-piece and a large fry?
Are you sharing my fries?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna need another fry.
Okay. Get a 30-piece and a large fry and a medium fry, and then the kids nugget.
Okay.
Whatever the highest one is. I know, but I don't know.
Stretch.
Like little Buc-ee's, dude.
Here we go.
Can I have a name for your order?
Sarah, S-A-R-A.
And how much is it today?
You want 2 30s, right?
Two.
Just one? All right, we want one 30-piece nugget.
And
And
you want the meal or just a 30-pound?
one of them can be a meal with a medium fry. And then we want a large fry. And you want something to drink? And then the kids' chicken nuggets, is there different sizes for that?
There's 4-count and a 6-count.
With
There's 6.
Yeah. I think that's it, right? I think we got it all.
So out of the 30, you got 4 barbecue, 5 honey mustard, 5 ketchup.
Okay, that works. This way,
We're
slide.
going to start half. Here you are.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Love Chick-fil-A. Parking lot. Look at that. Oh, it's set. Sarah. Here it comes. It's on a mission.
Hey, Sarah?
Awesome.
There we go, y'all.
Oh, goodness.
Perfect. There we go. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, go.
Love Chick-fil-A. I was getting cold.
The crash. It's not my fault.
Why?
Just want to put that out there.
Why would you crash?
Because I'm not a great driver. Where's my purse? There it is.
For 120 miles, continue straight.
Well, we obviously made it home, but hang in there, there's more to come in the rest of the video. We decided to help out a friend and outfit their vehicle with all new speakers. So just relax and enjoy the waves. Okay, seriously, here comes the video. One of the things we like to do is to help out our friends. And currently we have a friend who decided to take advantage of some Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. And with that, we've got a little bit of electronics we're going to install in a Dodge Ram quad cab. So let's check out what we've got. Got some Rockford Fosgate Prime 10-inch subwoofers. Gonna go in great big box, and for that system scored a heck of a deal on this Lanzar Vector 2000 watt. It's 4-channel high power but can be bridged to 2. The old Boss Audio kit throws in a lot of extras for a cheap price. And we're going to go ahead and replace the factory speakers because we're told they're blown. Both are two-way speakers, so it's going to give a better sound overall. And instead of the cheap paper speaker, it's got the rubber surround. So hopefully that'll hold up a lot better. Let's get started. So with the big old truck in the garage, things are kind of tight. But thankfully, we've got a big flat bed to work on. So we're going to take advantage of it and start unboxing all this stuff. Now this is a custom-made sealed box made for 10-inch subwoofers. There's no ports, so you're going to get a much tighter bass versus the big, loud, boomy bass. But it is custom made for this vehicle to fit under the back seat. Some people are concerned that they're going to lose all that under seat space. It is valuable real estate in a truck. However, sometimes you make sacrifices to get better sound. Okay, we've test fit our box. It's fairly tight, which is what we want, so it's not going to move. But in the process, we want to custom mount the amp, and to do that, we're going to have to remove this rear seat. One thing working on a large truck like this does afford us is plenty of space to be able to do what we need to do. So we got the air. We're going to hook it up, get the seat up. Back ones are a little harder to get to. We're going to end up bringing them out manually. All right, removed. We're going to pull the seat out. I'm guessing it's never been out before. So, as I just learned, when you pull the seat out, it's got 2 clips in the back of the seat go into these locks. That's why your seat doesn't flip forward, like one might think. All right, we'll keep going. Having done custom auto work as a business previously, one thing I've always found to be helpful was having a clean work area. This seat's probably never been out of this truck, and it shows. This seat may not come back out again, so we're going to give it a little vacuuming and get her all cleaned up. Okay,
Well, depending on how much power you need to pull for your amplifier, how run your power wire is going to be from the battery until you hit your amplifier, all those factor into the size, the gauge of your wire. One of the things you want to remember is the power wire is relative to a number. So specifically, a 10 gauge wire is going to be a smaller wire, smaller around, than say a 8 or a 4 gauge. The lower the number, the bigger the wire. So your battery cables are like a 0 gauge, and your amplifier should be running somewhere between a 4 and an 8 gauge wire. So we ended up purchasing a kit from Amazon. It's the Boss Audio Systems kit. It has the majority of what we need, and it's fairly inexpensive. If you were to buy all these parts separately, you'd obviously spend more money. I always keep a selection of larger gauge wire in the shop just for projects like this. But for all the little stuff, instead of going out and buying it one at a time, it includes it. So you have a set of RCA cables. These are taking the sound from your head unit, the stereo, and bringing them back to the amplifier. Here is an 8 gauge power wire. In this particular case, we might actually find that we need to use a 4 gauge. However, we have it. We have some speaker wire. That'll come in handy not just for wiring in our speakers to our amp, but also in the replacement of our factory speakers. Some various connectors. Nothing wrong with these. However, I like to solder as much as possible. So if I can solder the connection, I will. When I use a bigger gauge wire, I have a bigger set of crimpers and special ends just for that. Waterproof fuse. So anytime you're going to add an accessory to your vehicle, it's very important to fuse it very close to the battery. If you have a short or overload in the circuit, it's going to blow this fuse instead of destroying your vehicle or your equipment that you're adding. Some cheap split loom, a small 8 gauge ground cable, and some remote turn-on wire. So this is to turn on your amplifier when you turn the key on, specifically when you turn your stereo on. This tells the amplifier to turn on. Otherwise, your amplifier is on all the time, and you're one of those people that have to jump start your car every couple days because your amplifier has been on running your battery down. And that's all that's in the kit. Fairly inexpensive, but it saves you buying each piece, and most people don't have a need to have a roll of this sitting around their garage. I have it, but I thought I'd go ahead and buy this kit because it included the other parts, still cheaper than what I could have got them separately. So we've removed the factory door panels on the vehicle, and took a little bit of work, but there's a few screws you have to take out, and then of course door clips. In this case, we've got the factory original speakers, so we're going to remove them and take a look at them. So here's the factory speakers. It's a paper speaker. One of these are going to be a... So upon discovery, taking out the front door speaker, it was supposed to be one of those, but it turned out to be a larger speaker. Even has the manufacturer date there, 6/20/2003. So I happen to have a set of those same size speakers, brand new. I thought I'd see if they'll fit, and if they will, then we might go that route. Otherwise, we'll have to order some. All right, rookie mistake. Tried to make a 6x9 fit into the spot where the factory speaker was, which is a 5x7. I kind of knew better, but I thought, I've got the 6x9, we'll go ahead and try it. And of course, that wasn't it. So we purchased a 5x7 adapter plate, which will fill the hole where the original speaker went, and allows for you to put a 6.5-inch speaker in its place. So those are ordered. They should be here in a day or so, and that's the way we're going to go. Okay, we've got all the wiring ran, and we've got the speakers mounted in the box. These are Rockford Fosgate 2-ohm dual voice coil 10-inch subwoofers. So I have them wired together. to single out on each side, which we'll then put into our amplifier once we get it mounted. So I've started pulling apart the other side, getting the door panel off. I'm gonna get the old speaker out so we can get the new one in. Okay, so I've ran most of the wiring where it needs to go, and working on the head unit right now. Since our friend has decided to keep the factory head unit for now, to make that work with the new amplifier, we have to put in a converter to take our speaker level output and turn it into a preamp input. So we did that with the converter, and I'll show you what we did. So here's the factory stereo location. Inside here, there's the factory stereo harness. I have soldered and heat shrinked in these 4 wires, which gives us a speaker level to preamp level output. And we've already pre-ran these all the way up here. That way, if they decide later to put in an aftermarket stereo, we don't have to rerun any wires. They're already here. We just unplug this part, plug these into the new stereo, ready to go. Well, we're wrapping it up. I've got the last few connections made and the system is up and running. Let me show you what I did. So there's not a lot of room in this diesel, but there was already a pre-existing boot down here. So we split loomed our wire, came up, hooked it into this fuse holder, and then I have the wire hidden through the fender, comes up, makes a connection right in here. I don't like things hooked into the battery because it ends up looking like this. So anyway, that leaves it for a cleaner installation. They can still access the fuse if they need to, but hopefully they won't. Plus we're charging up the battery just because I don't like to send them out with a dead battery. Here's the final install of the speakers in the box. I like it to look nice and clean.
And all the wires are tucked away and hidden.